Hey y'all, it's your girl Simone and welcome back to my channel. So if y'all could see by this title, it is another story time. But before we get into this video, y'all already know what I'm gonna need y'all to do, because I keep saying it, but I'm gonna need y'all to do it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up, and comment down below. We on the road to 80k, and after that is 90, and after that is 100, and after that I'm throwing my party, so I'm excited. So yeah, let's go ahead and subscribe. Also, before we get into this video, make sure you're following me on Instagram at Vivalayoshii and follow me on TikTok at LifeWithSymone, and that will be listed down below. I kind of stopped because I had to think like, do I have a TikTok? But yeah, I do. I just post something on there. But yeah, also, if you have not seen my Jamaica vlog, make sure you go ahead and see my Jamaica girls trip vlog. They hating on your girl and they made it 18 and up. But y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, we wasn't even wilding like that, but it's worth viewing. So make sure y'all go watch it and rent it up because they ain't not pushing it out like that. All right, so let's get into this video. Okay, so if y'all see by the title, I know y'all probably like, girl, what the like, what is going on? How did you get robbed at a funeral? So y'all, technically it wasn't a funeral, but I was at the cemetery. So potato, whatever, I don't know, it's same shit, whatever. So let me go ahead and tell y'all. So my cousin had passed away, right? And at this time it probably was a year or two since he passed away. And every like, we'll have days where we'll go to the cemetery, you know, and you know, have our memories, you know, laugh, talk, chill, everybody come together and stuff like that, right? So it was one of those days where we was gonna do that, y'all. So on this particular day, it's crazy because my day was already starting off bad. So at this time I was dating Crazy. Y'all know who Crazy is. If you don't know who Crazy is, you need to go watch some of them old story times and figure it out. So at this point I was dating Crazy, and he was such annoying. Like, he was so annoying because y'all know, bro, I'm about to beat that dog up. I'm gonna beat the dog up, y'all. So anyway, y'all know when a man is doing the most or cheating on you or doing you so dirty and wrong, he want to have the nerve to be insecure about every fucking thing. So that's how Crazy was. So he knew I was going to the cemetery, and for some reason, I don't know what he thought I was going to do at the cemetery, but he thought I was going to be out there doing Lord knows what. I don't know. So he was really already feeling some type of way, like, oh, you gotta go, why you gotta go, da 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 da. And I'm like, because I don't have to go, I want to go. Like, I'm gonna go be with my family. This is what I do. Like, the fuck. One thing I'm not gonna ever do is burn bridges or cross paths or mess up relationships with my family over no man. That's out, because as y'all see, they come and go. And plus, look how you was doing me. Like, boy, bye. I don't care about what you're talking about. That's controlling and weird, and I'm gonna go do what I want to do. So I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna go. So we already like kind of arguing and stuff. Like, he was so mad. He's like, oh, you're gonna be doing this, you're gonna be doing that. I already know, like, it's gonna be like niggas there and you're gonna be doing this and that. So I'm just thinking like, bro, what the fuck do you possibly think I'm gonna be doing at the cemetery? Like, anyway, so my mom and them was going to, so my mom was like, do you want to ride with us? So I'm like, cool. So my mom was like, I'm gonna pick you up. So she come pick me up. I was dressed cute because, you know, we be taking pictures and stuff, and then plus I just probably had something else to do that day, not sure. So I'm looking cute, and plus you gotta look cute when you step outside. You don't know who you might run into. I could have found my husband that day. Like, you never know. You just gotta look presentable. So I'm looking nice or whatever, decent. So I end up going. I don't know why. Like, I knew we was gonna go there and come back. So I don't know why I had all this stuff with me, y'all. So I bring this purse, and I had a lot of stuff in my purse. So we go to the cemetery. I get in the car, they pick me up, we go to the cemetery. Everything is cool, y'all. We at the cemetery, we just vibing, chilling, talking, doing all that stuff, like laughing, joking. Like, everything is cool, like normal. We having a good time. Y'all, guess who's blowing up my phone? Crazy. So first time he called me, he FaceTimed me, like, he FaceTimed me, and I answered the phone. I'm like, hey, you know, just showing him like the cemetery and stuff like that. And he just like, oh, okay, what y'all doing? Bro, vibing. Like, what do you mean? So he just like blowing my phone up. So at one point, because I had earphones in, so at one point he just like, oh, like, oh, you want to be in niggas' faces? I could tell you really didn't want to answer the phone. Like, you know, just being weird. And it's just like, bro, if I didn't want to answer the phone, I would never answer the phone. And mind y'all, before, let me go back, fast forward back. Before I even got there, I had spent the night with him the night before, and I was at his house, so I had to leave his house and go home and get dressed and stuff like that. Y'all, like, when I tell y'all it was a big thing, he didn't want to take me home. He was being weird. He's like, oh, I'm tired, or oh, this, that, and the third. Like, we really got into a whole big argument because he's like, oh, you know somebody that's buried there, and that's weird to me. Like, bro, what the fuck you think I'm gonna go to the cemetery and get ghost dick? Like, what the fuck did you think? Like, so that part already had made me mad. That's really how the argument even started between us, because I'm just like, bro, you really insecure over somebody that's not alive? not my cousin, but talking about the person that I know that's buried at that same cemetery. I had to be clear. I had to make it clear and say not my cousin, because there'd be some dumb people in the comments saying some dumb shit. So I had to be clear. But yeah, so somebody that I used to talk to that's buried in that same cemetery. So that's why he was like, oh, you want to go see that nigga? Like, bro, like, I'm gonna summon him from the heavens and he's gonna come down and we gonna have ghost human sex. Like, I was so confused at what he thought was finna go down. And even if I was to go visit that man's grave, I could do that. Like, how is that a big deal to you? Like, why are you mad? Like, that really started a whole big argument, because it's like, bro, you fucking bitches on earth. Like, and you mad because you think I'm gonna go fuck somebody at the grave site that's in the grave? Like, you think I'm gonna I'm gonna dig up this man's body and give him head one last time? Like, I don't know. I'm confused at what he thought. Like, but that wasn't what was finna go down, because who the fuck do you think I am? Like, you're weird. So anyway, going back. So we there, we just laugh and talk or whatever. So I hang up because he was getting on my nerves. He's like, oh, did you see that nigga yet? Did you see that nigga yet? Bro. Anyway, so I hang up or whatever. And at this time, it was like niggas at the cemetery and stuff. Everybody was there, like family and stuff. It was a lot of people. So he calling me back. I'm not answering the phone, because it's like, I'm not about to be sitting here arguing with you. Like, sometimes at the cemetery, that's sometimes the only time I see some of my family members, like, you know. So I'm not about to be just on the phone with you or arguing with you when you want to argue about some dumbass shit. Like, I don't know what's your problem. So next thing you know, he ended up texting me like, oh, that's funny, you don't want to answer, and I know why, 'cause I seen you shaking ass on somebody's Instagram. Y'all, when I tell you, at this point, everybody, it was nobody even dancing. It was nobody dancing, nobody doing none of that. He goes, and I'm just like, LOL. Like, I put LOL back to him, because I'm just like, bro, why are you lying? Because at this point, it was like his homies and stuff was there, but they was finna leave. Like, they was like getting ready to go. So who the fuck, like, I was gonna say, hey, watch me twerk real quick before y'all hop in y'all cars and leave. Like, what, like, y'all. So anyway, yeah, so they was finna leave and stuff like that. So he talking about, so after I put LOL to him, like, after he said he seen me on somebody's Instagram twerking or whatever, I have to put LOL to him, because I'm just thinking, like, you're funny. Like, you really gonna sit here and make up some dumbass lie. So then after I put LOL, he gonna say, that's sad, you really a sad bitch. Like, he was so mad. He was like, you're really a sad bitch. Everybody over there crying and mourning. I see everybody crying and mourning, and then you're twerking. You don't understand how dumb you look. Like, they really going in talking shit about you on Instagram, saying, wow, everybody's sad and this bitch want to twerk. Like, I was just weak, y'all. When I say I was kind of getting irritated, but I was weak reading that, because it's like, for one, nobody was even crying. For two, nobody was dancing. Bro, what is going on? You FaceTime me, you see what I have on. Like, what is you even talking about? Like, what are you talking about? But I was like, I'm not even finna reply to him, because at this point it's like, but I'm like, I'm not even finna reply to him, because I'm like, at this point this boy is stupid as fuck. Like, I'm like, at this point I'm not even finna reply to him, because I'm like, this boy is stupid as fuck, and you're just saying anything because you're trying to make me mad. You want me to argue with you, but I'm not finna do that. So anyway, I'm just ignoring him. He's blowing my phone up, talking about, oh my god, the homie said he's seeing you. Wow, what are you doing now? Wow, I can't believe it. Wow, I got the tape, LOL. He really was texting me the dumbest shit, talking about, you got the tape. Oh, I just seen what you did. Bro, what is you talking about? You making it seem like I'm literally standing right here talking to my family. You making it seem like I'm over here sucking dick on the graves. Like, or I'm over here like, oh, who wants it? Like, I'm here. It's me, Symone. I'm outside. Like, boy, what the fuck? So anyway, I'm just ignoring him or whatever. So at this time, I'm like, I'm about to put my phone away. And it's crazy how things just start happening, like, just like, whatever. So my stepdad, he was like, he about to go to the front. I forgot what he was going by the car area for, because by where my cousin's grave is at, it's like, you can't see the cars right there. Like, you gotta like hit a corner, walk down, and then you see the cars, whatever. I don't know what he was going over there for. Like, I can't even lie. I don't know if he was going to the car or if he was just walking around. I really don't even remember. I don't know. So next thing you know, he walks away. Everybody just talking. Next thing you know, we all just talking, laughing. Next thing you know, you hear like, hey, like somebody scream, hey, and you hear like footsteps, like footsteps, and it sounded like so many footsteps. So we like, everybody like looked at each other and was like, what the fuck? So everybody just started running that way, because it was my stepdad who said, hey, and you heard the footsteps. So everybody just started running towards that way. In my mind, y'all, because it was already like people that didn't like my cousin, that did weird stuff to his grave and was like just being a weirdo. Like, how are you so mad at a man that is no longer with us? Like, but whatever. So I'm in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh my god, it's the enemies, not my ex-boyfriend enemies, but the real enemies, y'all, like the real ones. So I'm like, fuck, oh my god, like, wow, we have to fight. Like, I'm thinking like, wow, they done jumped my stepdad or something. Like, we about to go run over there, we gotta all fight. And at this day, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't even planning to fight, y'all. Who just be planning to fight for the day? I mean, I guess if you plan to meet up and go fight, but this day I wasn't. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, TMI, y'all, but my period has started and I was like going through it. Like, Mother Nature was having her way with me that day. So I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, fuck. So we ran over there. I'm like, shit, we gotta, you know, shit, they coming deep, we coming deep too. Like, so we all ran up over there. At this time, the homies left, so it was just family at this point. But like my boy cousins, like my girl cousins, and it was some kids there, like probably like 3 kids, not really that many. So anyway, we ran over there. Next, you know, right when we ran right there, we see we heard skr, and a truck took off. Like, it was a truck and they skirted off. Mind y'all, we at the Inglewood Cemetery. So if you know the Inglewood Cemetery, you know that shit is a motherfucking maze. I want to let y'all know, if I seem annoyed recording this story, it's because it's the daytime and it's kids outside screaming for no reason, just screaming, and it's dogs barking, and I keep having to stop and repeat what I'm saying and stop and repeat what I'm saying. So yeah, so anyway, let's finish. So it's at the Inglewood Cemetery. If y'all know the Inglewood Cemetery, it's a fucking maze. It's huge. It's a fucking maze. So right when we seen the car start to go skirt, my stepdad like hopped in the car. He already got the car put up. We like, get in the car. Everybody hopped in their car. We like 3 cars deep, and we following them. We chasing them down. Like, we chasing them throughout the fucking cemetery. Y'all, it was crazy. And I hopped in the car. That's when I realized what happened. He was like, they stole, like, they broke into the car. So just so happened, like, thank God my stepdad walked that way, because if he didn't, they would have hit everybody's car. But just so happened they hit my mom's car, which just so happened my dumb ass left my purse in the fucking car on the floor. In the car on the floor. So when I hop in, I'm hopping in on glass. Like, I cut my hand and all that, because we just hop in and I noticed my purse is gone. So my purse is gone. But at this point, we didn't even know what they took. We just knew the window was busted. Like, when we were just hopping in the car following, we didn't even know nothing was took. We just knew the window was busted and we were still following them. So that's when I look and I noticed, I'm like, my purse is gone. So they like, oh hell no, what the fuck? So we 3 cars deep following this car, right? They trying to get up out of there. You could tell they don't really know the cemetery like that, how they like trying to turn and shit like that. But we on their ass, which is very, very, very not safe, because, you know, but we didn't think about that at that time. Like, so I'm like, what the fuck, let me call the police, because I'm like, what the fuck, let me call the police and like describe the car just in case we lose them or whatever. So I'm on the phone with the police, you know, and it's be so annoying, because when you just something happen, you call the police, them the most annoyingest people you want to be talking to, because they be so calm with it. It be like, you be like, oh my god, and they be like, ma'am, you need to calm down. And they be like, bro, no, you need to turn up, because I'm not calming down. So she just trying to calm me down, what happened. So I'm irritated already, and I'm just like, so explaining to her what happened. So she's like, did you see the car? So I described the car to her. She's like, okay, well, where are you now? Like, where did this happen? I told her, I'm like, at the cemetery. She's like, well, where are you now? I'm like, we're following the car. When I said we're following the car, her whole calm voice changed. She got turned. She said, oh, ma'am, no. You need to stop. Y'all don't need to be following the car. She's like, ma'am, no. Y'all don't need to be following the car. Stop following the car right now. We will handle it. I will get the police on it. We will handle it. Inglewood police will come. We'll handle it. So I'm like, no, I'm not about to stop following them. I'm like, they got my purse. Like, they got my purse. And at this time, my dumb ass had my fucking social in my wallet. Why the fuck I had my social in my wallet is beyond me. So I got my address, which is on my ID, my social. I'm like, just thinking like, oh my god, is my credit's finna go be fucked, because they finna make all type of profiles. Like, I was just thinking the crazy stuff. I'm like, no, they got my stuff. She's like, ma'am, we will get your stuff back, I promise. We're gonna get the police on and stop following them. So I'm like, no, like, you know. So she on the phone and we turning. This my stepdad, hang up with that bitch, hang up with that bitch, because she telling me to stop, you know. He like, just hang up the phone, just hang up the phone. And she's like, ma'am, stay on the phone with me, please. Like, stay on the phone with me. I'm sitting in the car right now. So next thing you know, you hearing horns. She's like, ma'am, what is going on? And I'm like, ma'am, listen, like, I'm gonna call you back. And I hung up, because mind y'all, we running lights and all that. Like, we really just going, it's crazy. Like, to keep up with them, they like, we running lights and shit. Like, we driving, we 3 cars deep. At this point, we kind of, Yeah, we was still through car seat. So we running lights. We trying to catch up to them. It was one part where they like went across the light real quick, but my cousins and them was right there. So they went across, and then we would have went. It would have been a badass accident. So we kind of lost them for a minute. The police keep calling me back. Operators call me back, like, I'm like, hello, like, what? She's like, ma'am, stop following them. We got another call about, like, something going on. Like, so I think this is y'all, and y'all need to stop because we're getting calls about, like, people doing some crazy shit in traffic. So I'm like, it probably is. Bye. Like, I hung up because I'm just like, ma'am, you're not helping me. If I was to stop, like, even though that's not the safest thing to do, and I wouldn't suggest anybody do that because you could get shot, like anything could have happened, but I thank God nothing like that happened. But if we would have stopped following them, I would never got my shit back. Because do you think the police would have been on it? No, they're only on it because now we're causing a scene and shit, like, because people are calling in like, oh my God, like some crazy shit is going on. So we kind of like lost them, but we still driving crazy, like trying to find her, blah, blah. So my cousin ended up calling me like, hey, we right here. They hopped out the car. She was like, we got that nigga. And all you hear in the background is like commotion. I ain't gonna lie. All you hear is like commotion and shit, like, you know, like stuff. So I'm like, what the fuck? So we pull up. Why did the people pulled up to a fucking car shop, whatever. They pulled up to a car shop. And the people that work at the shop, they like, hey, we like, nah, fuck all that, because you know, like, they like, oh, we don't know them. They really trying to say they don't know them. By the time when we first pulled up right there, they was, my cousins, you know, I ain't gonna say too much, but yeah. So next thing you know, the guy ended up running and getting away. He like ran to the back, and the people like trying to stop, like, oh, wait, like, stop, what's going on? And we like, we don't give a fuck about what you talking about. So mind y'all, the guy who broke the window, that's the one who got, and then he ended up like running to the back, and they trying to tell us like, oh, it ain't no back doors he could have slipped through, because they ran back there and they don't see like nothing. He's nowhere to be found. But mind you, he left the car right there, and the driver was still in the car, and the driver was a female. So when we pull up, we go straight to the car, because I'm like, fuck. So I'm asking them like, did he have my shit? They like, nah, he didn't have nothing. So they still trying to look for them. They like, we be right back. Like, they still trying to look like where this nigga at. The people swear up and down, we do not know this man. We don't know, like, we don't know what's going on, Yeah, it's like, y'all do know what's going on, and y'all most definitely do got him somewhere in the back, because ain't no way he would have just disappeared like that. So mind y'all, the car and the girl, and the driver in the car is still right there. No questions asked. My mom we going over to the car. We walk to the car. My mom walked to the car, opened the door. Mind you, the girl who was driving is just sitting in the car looking scared, just looking around. My mom walked up to the car, no questions asked. I opened the back seat because I'm trying to get my shit. Like, if he ain't have my shit, it's supposed to be in the car. My mom opened the car door and pulled the lady out and started taking off on her. My mom just started fighting this lady, y'all. I'm like, what the fuck? I opened the back door and I see my purse was up in there. And my stepdad, he coming over there. I'm like, oh, I got my purse. Like, I'm going through it, trying to go through, like, make sure my stuff's still in there. Because, mind y'all, when we was following them, they was kind of throwing stuff out the window. Like, they was trying to throw stuff out the window. So I was scared, like, fuck. Like, did they go through my shit already? Just so happened they did not go through my stuff, y'all. And y'all, let me tell y'all too, this purse that I had, it's crazy. I still got the purse, but it's messed up. Like, the handle is broke off of it. But it was a purse that Crazy had got me. Like, it was my apology purse. So it was like, why would y'all steal my apology purse with my social in it? Like, come on now, out of all the purses, you gonna steal my apology purse? So anyway, y'all, so I got my purse or whatever, but it was a whole bunch of shit up in the car. Like, it was a whole bunch of purses, but like, I guess they was throwing stuff out. But so this wasn't the first stop. Like, it was a lot of shit up in the car. So my mom still fighting the girl. I just grabbed my purse. My stepdad like, what's all up in the car? I'm like, it's a whole bunch of shit up in there. He's like, take all that shit. Take all that shit. So I'm like, shit, fuck it. So I take everything out the car. So at this point, like, when my mom first started, like grab the lady and start fighting her, the lady at first was fighting back, and then she like balled up into a ball. So I'm telling my mom, I'm like, just stop, because I start feeling bad. Mind y'all, like I said, I don't know if it's because I was on my, you know what, but I don't know, I start feeling bad. Like, you know, this lady, she tried, she ain't even fighting back no more. Like, now she just like balled up, she was crying. She was like, first she was talking shit though. First she was talking shit like, you stupid bitch, fuck you bitch, like da. And then she's like start balling up and was just getting beat up. So I'm like, all right, stop. So the police blowing my phone up. They're blowing my phone up. I'm like, hello. I get my little sister phone, like, here, like, whatever. So I'm like, they right here, da. And at this point, so we get their stuff out their car and put it in our car. It's like, how y'all get robbed by the people y'all robbed? That doesn't even make sense. But I mean, I wouldn't call it being robbed. That was for our inconvenience, you know, really was for our inconvenience. So we put the stuff in the car. The police pulled up. At this time, it was funny because she like, I don't know him. Like after she was like talking shit and she just started getting beat up, and I'm like, hey, just like that's when she started crying, talking about, I don't know him. I swear I don't know him. He just asked me for a ride. This is not even my car. This is his car. So my stepdad was like, this is not your car. She was like, no. He took the keys and he threw them on top of the building. Like he tossed them in the building. The car place building, the building was kind of high up, so he like tossed the motherfucking keys on top of that building. She started crying even more. This is not my car. I didn't even know him. If it's not your car, so I'm like, if it's not your car, then why are you, where am I? Where he go? Like, you know, so we like, where he go? Where he go? I don't know. Please. So at this point, the police pulled up. Mind y'all, she kept trying to get away because she like, no, let me go. So my mom like holding her, like she's right there. My mom holding, like on the ground. My mom holding her by her hair and like not letting her go. So the police pull up and they didn't even care about that. Like they really, I go over there, I talk to them. So they like, what happened? You know, so I told them, I'm like, oh, I got my stuff back. You know, I'm talking to them. They like look over at my mom. I'm like, this the bitch right here. She was driving. And they just look like they didn't tell her like stop or nothing like that. So I go over there and I'm just talking to them, like, you know, I'm telling them what happened, like all that other bullshit. And they like, oh, okay, ma'am. So, you know, just giving me the rundown and everything, like, you know, so we're gonna take her to jail, like, you know, we're gonna take her in, and if you want to press charges, we're gonna give you this, here's for a court date, When they start talking about all that, she start crying. She's like, please, I have a baby, please don't take me. Like, bitch, you wasn't thinking about your baby when you robbed me for my apology purse and tried to take my identity. Like, you was not thinking about the baby then, because if you was, you wouldn't have did that shit. Like, why would you come steal my apology purse? Anyway, so she's like, I got a baby, please don't, please, trying to like plead with me. And it's like, no, I'm sorry, like that has nothing to do with me, because you sitting here like, how are you crying? You was just talking shit, but then when you start getting beat up, now you don't want to cry, you want to plead for forgiveness. Like, bitch, no. And then it was like, so they like so then like they just talking shit, everybody just talking shit to her. The police even just like agreeing, like, because my stepdad like, you're like, he was like, now you see, he was like, you doing dumb shit for a nigga, and he left you, like he left you to take the blame. So then that's when she started name dropping, like, I ain't gonna say his name or whatever, but she started name dropping the man, like, oh, it was blah blah blah, that and the third, it was his idea, he just asked me to drive his car because I have a license and he don't, she just started snitching. And the police like, well, that he's not here, so you're gonna have to come to, we're gonna have to take you. Like, she's just like, like she's crying, and it's like, ma'am, that has nothing to do with me. I do not care. I got my purse back, and back in peace. So yeah, I was not caring, whatever. So they gave me the paper, and the crazy part about it is, y'all, I never went to the court date, so I never pressed charges because why I didn't go, I don't know. I really don't know why I didn't go. I probably forgot about it. Shit, I really probably forgot. But it was crazy because they had some nice stuff in there, like in their car. Like they had some. It wasn't nobody's stuff, like nobody's stuff where I could like send it back to them or nothing like that. There was no IDs or nothing like that. But they had like an iPad, like some phones. Not, well, they was locked though, but they had like some nice stuff. But yeah, it was funny because the kids, they was so happy about this new iPad, y'all, because they had a lot of games on there that the kids didn't even know about. So they was happy playing the iPad. And y'all, you know what the crazy part about it is? On the iPad that was right there on the thing, it was GPS, and it said it was from Moreno Valley to Inglewood Cemetery. So you mean to tell me you slept that night, woke up the next morning and said, hey, tomorrow morning, let's go drive to LA. Let's drive an hour and some change, depending on traffic, all the way to LA to break in cars and steal people's shit at the cemetery. When it's like, bro, that's the most craziest place you could want to rob somebody. Like, people are already mourning and sad, so you think like, hey, I'm gonna make you even more sad and steal your shit out your car and make you have to replace windows. Like, what? That was just so crazy to me that that is the place y'all decided to go to. Like, not a place in Moreno Valley, not a place in Riverside, not a place in Ontario, not, it doesn't matter either way it go. That was still some bum ass shit for y'all to do, and then want to cry for forgiveness. Like, bro, what do you really, what do you possibly think you was gonna find at a cemetery like that? Like, all I had in my purse was like my information, which was stupid to me. But like, what money you think you really finna come up on? I understand. I don't know. Do y'all think some people go to the street? Like, do y'all think like, oh, it's Inglewood, so motherfuckers gonna bring money to the cemetery to make it rain on their loved ones one last time? Like, what do you think? Like, what did y'all think that y'all was really finna come up on out of the car in the cemetery? Like, I'm sorry to tell you this, but people don't leave their shit in the car like that in the hood. Like, you don't leave. I know y'all probably think like, but bitch, you left your purse. Look, that's different. But people really don't leave their stuff in the car like that. Like, if somebody did break into my car before and they trashed because I have a whole bunch of bullshit in there, but they didn't get shit. They stole some glasses from what? Like Shein, Forever 21, something like that. Like, it wasn't nothing. Like, so what y'all really think? And it was just sad because it's like, dang, like, whew, better see who could keep that baby, because you got to tell them like, yeah, whatever mama thought she was gonna get is gone. Now you're taking a rap for this man who just ran off and left you. Like, he didn't even try to, like, he just left you. They towed the car. Like, he just left you and they towed the car. Like, it was just like, so it's like, girl, was that even really worth it? But y'all, I was so mad. Like, I was so pissed off. But y'all would never guess. So when I told Crazy what happened, because at this point, mind y'all, he's blowing my phone up a lot. And even when I was on the phone with the police, I had to keep forwarding his call, because it's like, you're blowing my phone up and texting me like, okay, bet, okay, bet what? What are we betting on? Like, I didn't say I was gonna bet nothing with you. Like, stop saying bet. He just kept saying that. He was blowing my phone up. So finally, when everything was settled down, I was able to call him. I'm like, I didn't call him when I was in the car because I just knew he was gonna get on my nerves. Like, I waited until I got home to call him because I just knew he was gonna get on my fucking nerves, y'all. And you know what's annoying? So when we pulled back up to my house, y'all, I don't know if he used to think I was dumb or what. Like, I don't know if he used to think I was dumb or what. I don't know what was wrong with him, but he used to do this dumb shit where he would drive past my street to see if I'm home. Like, I don't know your car. Like, I don't know my boyfriend's car. Or he would do shit like, he would be sitting on my street, and then if I come outside something, he would drive off real quick and be like, oh, what? That wasn't me. I'm way in Orange County. Okay, whatever. So then, so anyway, so when we pulled up, like, it was a car sitting there, like, right when we pulled in the driveway, it was, like, sitting across the street, and the car drives off. So I knew it was him. I'm just like, this nigga is weird and dumb. And after that, he texts me, like, so you still can't text the nigga back? Oh, you're that busy? Shaking my head. It's cool. Bro, I just seen you. You seen me. Like, come on now. So I ended up calling him when I got in the house, and I told him, like, man, I had a crazy-ass day. Like, I don't got time for your bullshit. So he like, what happened crazy? You embarrassed about you twerking on somebody's Instagram while everybody's crying? And I'm just like, man, shut the fuck up with that dumbass shit. I'm like, nobody was even twerking. Who Instagram? Oh, I don't want to be a snitch. I don't want to be like that. You know, he just say stupid ass shit. So I told him what happened. I'm like, yeah, this happened, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. My purse is broke. Like, you know, like, I never ended up getting it fixed because, I don't know, I just never did. I don't feel like going to get the bag. I was gonna say, I'll show y'all. It was a Louis Vuitton bag, but I don't feel like going to get it. Like, and I never fixed it. I still got the handle part. I was gonna let somebody cut it up and like make something for me, but I never did that either. But anyway, so yeah, back to him. So when I told him what happened, I'm like, and I just seen you. Like, why'd you pull off? You could have just came in the house. He like, what? You see me? I'm at home. Like, bro, I hear you in the car. But anyway, so I told him about what happened or whatever. He gonna say, wow, that's crazy. I ain't never thought about doing no shit like that. So I'm like, at this point, I'm irritated because I'm just like, bro, you don't care about my safety. Like, you don't care, like, what? They took my apology purse and could have made a whole new profile for me. Like, and you just don't care. So he's just like, oh, well, you know, that's karma. That's probably your karma for over there being fast at the cemetery. What? I was just so annoyed. So I'm just like, bitch, I mean, sir, get off my phone. Like, I'm just like, yo, whatever. Like, I'm off the phone. He like, oh, whatever. Like, oh, yeah, you probably made this whole story up. But mind you, I'm just like, this nigga is dumb. But mind you, like, I have pictures. Because I had took pictures of a car. When we got there, I took pictures of the girl. Like, I'm not going to post those pictures. I still got them, but I'm not going to post those pictures. But I took pictures. So I'm sending him pictures. Like, it's a picture of my mom holding the girl. Like, you know, like, I took pictures. So I sent him the pictures. And then he going to say, oh, my bad. He going to, like, it was probably some time later. Like, he going to, like, probably 20, 30 minutes later, this nigga going to call me back, talk about something. Oh, my bad, you wasn't lying. He going to say, and I want to apologize because I realized that wasn't you twerking at the cemetery. It was another girl. And I don't know how I done mistaked you for her. She had red braids. Mind you, at this time, I didn't even have no braids. I didn't even have red hair. So how you mistake, you was just with me. You just FaceTime. like when I said that man was just a fucking liar, I was just like, well, okay, whatever. So yeah, that's the end of that story, y'all. You know what? I don't know who be watching my videos or who come across this. So if you and their mans is watching this, I just want to say, hopefully y'all found y'all a new hustle, and that's not what y'all doing, because, and hopefully that's not what y'all doing, because that was the most bummest, weirdest shit ever. And you know, it's like, girl, and I wonder if you did, like, how did that work out? Did you have to bail out? Like, I don't know. I really don't care, because that's on you, and you got your karma. You got everything you deserve, because girl, what the fuck? And he did too, even though he didn't get it. They said they fucked him up though. I didn't really get to see him because then, you know, like you said. But that's what y'all get. Hopefully y'all learned y'all lessons and said, hey, let's stop being bums. But anyway, y'all, that's the end of this story. I know it's short, y'all. I'm so sorry that it's short, but I got another story time coming for y'all this week, so don't even trip. Y'all know I got y'all. I just was like, let me record something real quick. It is still the daytime. I got a lot of stuff to do, so I just want to stop what I was doing and record something for y'all, because y'all know I love y'all. So before y'all go, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give her a thumbs up, comment down below, follow those socials in the description box below, and go run up them views on that Jamaica girls trip vlog, because I promise you it is worth watching, okay? Because when y'all hear the story time, it's gonna make sense, and then y'all could put faces to everything, and it will make sense, because I'm gonna give y'all the raw and cut details that wasn't in the video in the story time. So make sure you're for that. All right, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in.